Hello there everyone, welcome back to Geekin Out. I'm yours truly, Nate Myster, here for another Geekin Out video. And today we're going to be reviewing one of the most anticipated films of the freaking year, Black Panther.
Don't freeze.
I never freeze.
The revolution will not be televised.
T'Challa is freaking here. The king has arrived. The film stars Chadwick Boseman and Michael B. Jordan, and also Forrest Whitaker as well, one of my favorite actors out there. And I love the fact that Michael B. Jordan got another freaking chance to play a character in a superhero film, because I was very disappointed with Michael B. Jordan's role as Human Torch, because the story did not fit right. The cast was okay, just that the story was not there, and I just love it that he's bringing his acting skills to the test by playing the main villain in Black Panther.
What do you want?
Your secrets. Your weapons. I'ma burn it all.
Now, I will say this will be a spoiler review, so if you haven't seen the movie, go watch it, then come back here and watch my review. This is your final chance before I start talking about spoilers. First things first, if you love Chadwick Boseman's Black Panther character in Civil War, you're gonna definitely love this movie, because there's a lot more Black Panther, a lot more of his tech, a lot more of who he is. Because we only got a taste of the persona, the character that he plays in Civil War. So now we have a better idea of who he is, what kind of king will he be. The events of Black Panther take place right after Civil War. So T'Challa comes right back to Wakanda. We get to see all this technology, a hidden city within the mountains. And the hidden city is covered by a projection-like hologram displaying, pretty much covering up with a mountain/forest range. But as we go further into Wakanda, we get to see all this technology, everything integrated with the vibranium. And the vibranium pretty much came from a meteorite or / asteroid. My theories were that the Soul Gem was the one that was powering the Wakanda's vibranium area. And I thought that's how the vibranium was created. What if the Soul Gem was in that meteorite and then crashed, landed there, and then created all that vibranium? That would be interesting. But we shall see, because the thing is, there's events in Avengers Infinity Wars that it's clear that Thanos is attacking Wakanda. But anyway, I digress. Let's get right back into the story. So pretty much T'Challa is going through a ritual to become the new king of Wakanda. And as he goes along with this ritual, he's faced off against M'Baku. I was surprised that they turned M'Baku sort of like a anti-hero character. Like, I really thought he was going to be, one of the main villains, like working with Killmonger. But no. He ended up actually being Warrior of Honor. That's like one of the only characters I see right now that they pretty much changed up for the story. Black Panther doesn't need a lot of villains. All we need now is just one good villain, which Killmonger comes in, and he starts making deals with Gollum, Andy Serkis, the Claw. Pretty much Killmonger wants to find Wakanda, but he can't find Wakanda without the help of Claw, who Claw is trying to sell the vibranium they find in the museum. Andy Serkis has that sadistic, animalistic character to him, just like freaking Smeagol / Gollum from Lord of the Rings. And it's hard for me not to watch Andy Serkis and just fall in love with him again, as far as like, oh my god, that's Gollum. Oh, that's nostalgia.
I can see you.
So Michael B. Jordan's Killmonger is a very driven character for his one goal, and that goal only is to freaking take over the world with the vibranium he finds in Wakanda. So yes, I do like Killmonger for the fact that he is at the level of Black Panther. So you have to bring in a villain that was going toe-to-toe, at odds, at freaking the same level as Black Panther, okay? Because T'Challa is gonna kick some serious ass, and he does in this freaking movie, even without his power. And I just love the fact that Killmonger is pretty much the opposite of Black Panther T'Challa. Actually, Killmonger is his cousin. He pretty much has the same right to become king, because he is of blood.
I lived my entire life waiting for this moment. I trained, I lied, I killed, just to get here.
And there are those of you who would feel that this story is similar to Thor and Loki. I actually think it's a lot darker. Odin didn't go too far. T'Challa's father did, which pretty much set the dark path for Killmonger to become the main villain of the story, which is also another dark story of Batman, really. It's very interesting, this film, because the thing is, it has so many comparisons of different storylines, and they bring them together to make the Black Panther story, which I love that. I love how you bring so many other elements into the story that are relatable, and I just love how the writers kept up the pace with it. There was time for a break, but the thing is, that break made sense, and then they went right back into the action. They didn't let you take a break too long. This film is not a superhero movie. It has superhero elements, but it's really a spy movie. As I was watching this film, it really felt like Captain America Winter Soldier. That's what Black Panther was. And I really feel the Black Panther film is up there in the Marvel rankings with the Winter Soldier, Captain America Winter Soldier. I'm really excited that I actually got to see a Marvel film that I wasn't really cringing about, and I wasn't pissed off about. I actually enjoyed this movie. My problem with Marvel films these days is that the writers create these freaking overpowered beings and they end up getting destroyed. Yes, that's what really pisses me off. Come on, Ego getting freaking destroyed by Star-Lord, who just learned how to play catch with him for 5 minutes.
Yes! Whoa!
Really? Alright everyone, we're gonna go through the pros, the cons, and our favorite moment from Black Panther. The one major pro I do like about this film is the villain. They set him up perfectly from the very beginning towards the end. He stayed pretty much a solid villain throughout the entire film. So yeah, it was very interesting to see the struggle with this character. Like, you can tell that he can be saved, see the reasons of his madness, see the evil that he has done, and join T'Challa to change the world rather than taking over the world and going through all the war, violence, and death. And of course, I love Black Panther, T'Challa's progression through the film. Like, you can tell that he wants to change a few things, he wants to make things better, he wants to open up to the world, to help the world out. Also, I love the fact that we got Andy Serkis and Martin Freeman back into one movie again, you know? It was pretty cool, their conversation between each other. I was just feeling that Bilbo Baggins and Gollum / Smeagol reunion. I also did like Forest Whitaker's role as playing the monk / spiritual guide for T'Challa. The only problem I had with Forest Whitaker is that it was short-lived. Oh, and one of my favorite pros about this movie are the women of Wakanda. Those warrior women, man.
And it's hard for a good man to be.
Those are the Amazons I was freaking asking for. They kicked ass, took names, they took bullets, and it didn't matter to them. What about you, Amazons from DC? Nothing. God, let's talk about the cons. I only have a few cons with this film. One of them has to do with Andy Serkis' Claw. I think they should have held on to him till the very end so Andy Serkis and Martin Freeman can go at it with each other. That would have been perfect. Actually, that would have been a perfect standoff between each other. Andy Serkis' character, Claw, dies in the film. And it was just feels so random that he does die. Because the thing is, I don't remember a moment in the film where Killmonger knew the whereabouts of Wakanda. The only person that knew where Wakanda was Andy Serkis, because he stole from there. So how do you use a dead man to find Wakanda? Before the whole shootout between the both of them, Killmonger was talking about, hey, I need you to take me to Wakanda. I'm like, you don't want to go to Wakanda. Oh, and then shootout. How did you get that? That was a bit of a plot hole. If Eric Killmonger knew where Wakanda was, why did he save Andy Serkis in the freaking first place? Like, what was the point in saving Claw? There was no point. The only reason why Killmonger was there to save Claw was because for Black Panther to notice the necklace around Killmonger. That was the only reason why that character was there to begin with, to save Andy Serkis. Black Panther's like, oh, wait a minute. He has the same necklace, royal ring. Why? So yeah, that's a bit of a plot hole. How did Eric Killmonger know where Wakanda was when Andy Serkis was the one that knew? Like, did they exchange that kind of information? I don't remember in the film, though. I don't remember that moment. That's why I'm saying this is a bit of a plot hole. So yeah, guys, if you want to correct me, just correct me down below in the comment section down below, and I will discuss with you. I will want to find out what's going on. Like, how did things end up becoming this way. Alright, the last con is not a big con for me, but it is just a little tad bit. It's because, not because of the film itself, it's because of what happened with Avengers Infinity War trailer. We know that Black Panther was going to survive this because he's in the trailer for Infinity Wars. He tells freaking Captain America,
Let me get this man a shield.
yeah, we already know you're going to survive this. So we already knew that he was going to lose the first fight, then almost die, then he has to go through a spiritual moment with his father to bring himself back, kind of like Mufasa, Simba, and then he was going to go pull Goku, strengthen up, and then go up against Killmonger. But the fight was good. Alright everyone, now my favorite moment in the film, and obviously my favorite moment in the film was the fight between Killmonger and Black Panther. It felt a lot like Darth Maul versus Obi-Wan Kenobi. It felt like freaking Magneto versus Xavier. Like, the messages, the meaning behind that fight between the both of them. It hurts though, because you could tell from both characters that they meant well. And Killmonger, he meant well too, even though that he was going through all this violence within him, and this struggle within him, this dark side within him. He couldn't let that go, you know? He couldn't let that go and join with Black Panther, so he ends up committing suicide, killing himself. Even though Black Panther won the fight, he gave him a chance to heal, like, we can save you. But I did like how Black Panther T'Challa gave him a chance to choose between life or death and join him. Ah yes, there's two end credit scenes in this film, of course. It's with Black Panther T'Challa coming back from Wakanda to meet up with the UN, to meet up with the world pretty much, to let them know that Wakanda is advanced, okay? Technology more advanced than anything in the world. Then the second end credit scene comes in. It's with Bucky. Bucky Barnes, man. He's trying to come back, man. He's trying to come back to the way he was. But I'm hoping he get on his freaking Winter Soldier vibe on. His arm, his brand new vibranium arm, and takes on freaking Thanos, man. I want to see that. And also there's talks that he might become the next Captain America after Chris Evans leaves. So that'd be interesting. What happens, you know? Alright, well now the rating. Black Panther is Geekin Out. 8.5 out of 10. Yes. Alright everyone, that's the end of the Black Panther spoiler review, and thank you for checking out Geeking Out, and I would love to hear your thoughts about the Black Panther movie review down below in the comment section down below. I would love to hear your thoughts on how you felt about it, and if you like what you see and want to see more, click on like and subscribe to me. Other than that, humble yourselves, and I hope to see you in the next Geeking Out, and I'm yours truly, Myster, and hasta la vista.